Hey guys, what's up and welcome back. My name is Ronald and I teach English. Yes, so in this video, I'm going to be walking through one of the most common problems, which is I understand English, but I'm not able to speak fluently. All right. So this is a challenge that many people face, and it's very common, especially for working professionals. If you're someone who's working in the IT sector or any other, teaching kind of related job, or it doesn't matter what sector, what industry you are, it could be banking, finance, anything like that. This is one of the more common challenges that is faced by working professionals on a day-to-day basis, which is I understand English, but I'm not able to speak fluently. Okay, so why is that? Why are you facing this challenge? That's what we're going to be looking at in today's video. So I'll show you why you're facing this challenge and what can you do to overcome this challenge. How can you become better? All right, so that's what I'm going to be showing you guys in this video. But if you're watching me for the first time, guys, don't forget to subscribe if you like this video, and let's get started. Yeah, all right, great. Okay, you see, when it comes to English, so when it comes to English, you can think of it in 4 different ways. All right, so any language, not necessarily English, but let's say English for this sake. Okay, so it goes like this. So the first part is reading, then you have writing, then you got listening, and then you got speaking. Okay, so reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Okay, now if you look at this on this side, reading and listening, you can actually think of this or call it as passive skills. Okay, passive skills. All right, whereas writing and speaking are much more involved. It takes much more input from your side. All right, so these are active skills. Okay, so like I said, with regards to learning a language, becoming fluent in a language, these are the 4 sort of areas that you need to grow in. Okay, so depending on your fluency level, you might be comfortable with certain areas and you might feel like not comfortable, like you're not fluent in certain areas. For example, now reading, most people would be able to read English pretty well. At least a certain level, you're able to read English, no problem there. Okay, so that's great. Now listening to English, like listening to an English a speech or a presentation or watching English movies, all that is listening. So listening to English as a language, again, most people, no problems there. You can listen and you can most of the time also understand what they are saying. Okay, so that's great. So that's your passive skills. Very good. Okay, now this is where the problem occurs when it comes to more active skills like writing and speaking, for example. This is where the challenges start showing up a bit. Okay, now with regards to writing, now you might feel, look, even writing as well, not too bad, I can manage to certain level. Most people I'm talking about, generally speaking. You can also write English to a certain level, but let's say if you're still facing some challenges with regards to writing, you're making some small grammatical errors, things like that, you don't know how to frame a particular sentence properly, things like that, but somehow if you take some time, you think through it, you'll somehow put something together. At least it'll be like 70-80% right. Okay, so that's how it works. Now why is that? Because writing, at least you have time to think about, okay, did I write this correctly? Okay, maybe I should change it. I'm going to take this off and I'm going to put something else in between. So you have time and you can take your time and write a letter or write an email, whatever it is that you're writing, or a document, for example. Now the main challenge where most people struggle a lot is with regards to speaking. And why is that? Because speaking is the most active skill, with regards to a language, because whenever you're speaking, there's not much time to think, on the spot. So for example, let's say if someone in your office asks you, how was your weekend? What did you do this weekend? Now, most people, if you're not comfortable speaking in English, you get very nervous to respond straight away on the spot, or you might be feeling shy, or maybe you know what you want to say, but you don't know how to explain it properly, or what word should I say. Now what happens is, many people, let's say for example, if your mother tongue language is Hindi, okay, Now, if I ask you to speak in Hindi, then no problem, you'll speak all day. Yeah, no problem at all. You can speak fluently, comfortably in Hindi, which is very good. Now, what happens is when someone asks you a question in English and when you want to respond to them, when you want to answer them, your mind starts thinking in Hindi. Yeah, and then what happens? You frame the sentence in Hindi and then you actually translate it into English. Yeah. And you see, this is a long process that is happening in your mind. Yeah? So you think in your native language, Hindi, Telugu, Tamil, whatever it is, you think in your native language, then you start translating it in your mind and only then you try and respond in English. Yeah? And sometimes, yes, okay, you can translate it and somehow you answer back in English. But sometimes you might not find the right words or you don't know what to say exactly, for that particular sentence that you're thinking about it, whatever. Yeah. So this is the challenge that most people face. So again, why is this challenge? Because, it's one of the most active skills with regards to learning a language and becoming fluent. Yeah. So speaking. Okay. Now, let me tell you, how can you fix this issue? So now we know what is causing this issue. So depending on your fluency level, the more skills that you are comfortable with, it shows that you are more fluent with the language. For example, reading, you're good. Okay, great. That shows your fluency is good. Listening, okay, yes, most people can do it. Very good. You can understand. Great. Now, writing, if you're able to write properly, then awesome. That's great. Now, speaking, that's where most people have the problem or they're facing the challenge. Yeah. So you need to work on that and you need to improve it. Okay. All right. Now, let's clear this up. And I'll tell you what can we do. How can you become better? So you know that, okay, this is an issue. This is a challenge that I have. How can I become better? All right. So the first step to do, guys, you want to identify your level of fluency. Okay. Your level of fluency. Okay. Now, an easy way to do this is, these 4 steps that we just looked at. Yeah. So reading, listening, writing and speaking. Okay, so start off with reading and listening and then writing and then come to speaking. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So for example, reading, just grab a page in a notebook and try and read as fast as possible. Now if you find that, look, I can read fast, I'm not making that much mistakes, everything I can read smoothly without any gaps and breaks in between, then good, that shows like your reading skills are good. Yeah, so you'll pass that part of it. Now the next one is listening. So again, so far you're watching this video. Yeah, can you understand everything that I'm saying in this video? Is it easy for you to follow? Then that shows, yes, you're good at listening. There's no problem there. Okay, great, check mark. Yeah. Next, writing. Now just pick a random topic. For example, who is your role model? Yeah, your role model. And try and write maybe like 100 to 200 words about your role model, like an essay. Yeah. And if you feel that, yes, I can easily write this, then no problem. That shows your writing is good. But if you start struggling here itself, thinking like, I'm not sure if I'm writing the correct spelling or am I making a grammatical mistake? If you start struggling here, then that means it shows that, yes, here's where the issue starts. Yeah. So here's where the challenges start. So you need to start working on that. All right. And then, of course, speaking, you can also do an exercise for speaking, which is you want to pick a random topic. Okay, random topic. So, for example, what is my favorite food? Yeah, so that is a random topic, your favorite food. Now, you want to talk about this topic for at least, like, let's say 5 minutes or 3 to 5 minutes non-stop. Yeah. Talk about this topic. My favorite food is this. I like eating this food. I also know how to cook this food. This food is made of these ingredients, whatever. Yeah. Try and talk about it as much as possible. And while you're talking about it, record yourself. Yeah. On your phone, for example. Record a video or an audio, whatever, and see how you are doing. Yeah. Now, once you finish, play it back. Yeah. So play it back. And listen to yourself. How are you speaking? Are you speaking fast? Are you speaking slow? Do you sound confident? Do you feel that like you're using lots of filler words? You can identify lots of things through this simple exercise. Okay. Now, depending on how well you do during these 4 simple exercises, it will give you a good idea about how your confidence is. Yeah. For example, if you're good at, let me use another color. All right. So if you're good at reading, okay, 25% confidence. Yeah. If you're good at listening, another 25% confidence. Fluency. Yeah. If you're good at writing, another 25% fluency. Yeah. And if you're good at speaking, that means another 25%, which is you're 100% fluent in the language. Yeah. But depending on which step you're lagging in, that shows, you need to work on that step. All right. So that's the first point. Yeah. Which is you want to identify your level of fluency. Okay. So once we've done that, now you should start working on yourself. Right. Start working on yourself. So maybe after going through this exercise, now you might notice, okay, so all of these 3 steps, maybe I'm fine, I can manage. Yeah, this is where I'm facing the challenge. So this is where I need to improve. Okay, so now you know exactly what you have to improve. All right, so with regards to writing, listening, reading, everything you're fine. Speaking, you need to improve. Yeah. And you need to start working on yourself. How can you do this? The best way to do it would be to join some sort of classes, training programs, go through it and learn, like with a guided approach like that. It'll make things easier for you. Also, you'll have friends learning along together, everything like that. Yeah. But let's say if you can't do that, now you want to do it in your own free time. Yeah. Then of course there's lots of information available on YouTube, things like that, which you can also go through and continue to learn. But the main point is try and start working on yourself and stay committed to working and learning stuff. Okay, so don't just do it once, twice, and then you're not going to progress if you do it 2 days. Yeah, whereas if you do it like 3 months, 4 months in a row, then yes, you'll make lots of progress going forward. Okay, all right. Next point, guys, is to practice speaking. Yeah, practice speaking. So now most of the people generally, most of the people will be fine with steps 1, 2 and 3. Yeah, it's only step 4 that most people struggle with. Yeah, so if you're someone in that category, if you feel like that, then the more you practice speaking, the more better you will become. Okay, there's no other way. Like for example, you could spend lots of time watching videos on YouTube, learning English grammar, learning pronunciations, things like that. Everything, you can always learn lots of theory. Yeah, but without some practical experience, some speaking experience, practicing every day, that is what will move the needle forward. All right, so that is what will get you a lot of progress. Okay. So always don't just focus on English grammar, I need to learn this theory, I need to learn this, I need to learn that. Yes, okay, all that's important, very good. But you need to also talk. You need to talk all the time. The more time you talk every day, let's say every day you practice speaking for 30 minutes. Yeah, every day. Whether you're making mistakes doesn't matter. Yeah, but you just practice speaking every day. If you do that, then you'll make much progress. Okay, so focus on practicing. All right, and point number 4, which is you need to remember that it's a journey. Okay, it's a journey. Now, English is a language, and it's quite an important language. Yeah, it's like the official language for most of the working companies. If you're a professional, of course you're going to require English to grow in your career, everything like that. Yeah, but it's not like an overnight thing. Yeah, you cannot just become fluent in a language within 2 days or 3 days, whatever. It's not possible. Yeah, you just cannot do it. So you shouldn't pressurize yourself thinking that, I need to become fluent in English, I want to become confident, and I want to do it now, And if you don't feel that you're making progress within, 2, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, whatever, you shouldn't give up, or you shouldn't feel depressed thinking like, this is very difficult, I cannot do it, I'm not making progress. Yeah. The main thing that you should focus on is every day you need to take action and you need to learn something. All right. So get one step more closer to your goal. All right, so get closer to your goal. Let's say this is your goal. Okay, so your entire focus should be every day you are taking one more step closer. One step, you're learning something, you're practicing, learning, practice, learning, practice, learning, practice. Yeah, so this should be your focus. Don't worry about your final goal of becoming fluent in English. Focus on this every day. Take one step. one step closer to your goal. All right, and if you do this continuously for a period of time, before you know it, you would have made so much progress, and your confidence would be so high, your fluency, everything like that. Yeah. So anyway, those are the tips, guys, that I want to share with you in today's video, and I really hope it helped you. And if you liked it, definitely hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more English tips like this. All right, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys.